Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm so excited to get into our arm workout today. As always, I have my cans. Today it's going to be my navy bean and Great Northern bean workout, can upper body workout. You don't need weights, just work with the things that you have in your house. You could even use water bottles, just whatever you have that's about a pound. I know a pound doesn't sound like much, but it's amazing how heavy a pound gets after multiple rounds of using them. So are you ready? Let's get into our exercises. They are going to be left arm circles, extended bicep curls, bent over flies, which is going to be like this to get all kinds of back work in, and then lateral shoulder raises, which is this way, and then forward right circles. Are you ready? Let's set our watches because it didn't count if our watch didn't count it. All right, and let's set our timer. We're getting started in 10 seconds. Got to turn up the volume though. All right, and 3, 2, 1, left circles. All right. How's everybody doing? You're week 3. This is super awesome because we're more than halfway through. So very exciting. Now I know this probably feels good right now. You want to make sure that your shoulders are down. You're not raising them up, curling your shoulders up. So you want to make sure your arms are down and kind of keep your shoulders a little bit back. You can also see my tricep working right there. See that little guy? That really, again, this little movement helps the entire arms, shoulders, back, and chest get nice and. Are you squeezing my muscle? Or are you flapping the stuff underneath? Okay, next one, extended bicep curl. So flip those cans over. Remember, don't just fling your arms willy-nilly. I want you to use controlled, easy movements and squeeze at the top, okay? Now, if you are having any type of hip pain, knee pain, leg pain, you just cannot stand, you have balance issues, you can do this same workout sitting right down in a chair. You do not have to be standing up for this. Now, it is better if you can stand up because it burns a few more calories. I'm sure everybody knows that, right? You burn more calories standing than you do sitting. That's why if you have any type of like a Garmin or a health app on your watch, you get little notices that say, bend over flies. Right? It's, you always get those little notices saying, time to stand. All right, it's just good for circulation, great for the entire body to, stand up and get that blood flowing. All right, we are doing good. If you have any shoulder issues, you can go straight down and pull it up this way. Okay, but and hold in those abs. Either way is gonna work great. This will get a little bit more shoulder work, whereas this way is gonna get a little bit more of that upper back, but either one are really great. All right, next is lateral shoulder raise. Again, slow, controlled movements. You don't just wanna let your arms flap down and fling them up. Okay, this isn't about momentum. This is about using your muscles, okay? And if you can't use the cans, set the cans down. Just make sure that you are, again, squeezing at the top. Slow, controlled down, slow, controlled up. I am still feeling my back, my shoulders, and are still working even though I'm set the cans down. So it will still work. You just have to make sure you're squeezing your arms. You just want to go, that's not going to do anything, okay? All right, one more exercise after this, and round 1 is done. And front right circles. All right, last round, or last one for the first round. Hold in those abs. Keep those knees a little bit bent. It gets harder every round. This one's not so hard the first round. It's gotten easier because I've been doing this week after week after week after week. All right, remember to breathe, and you don't want to swing your body either. This isn't about swinging, creating that momentum. Slow, controlled movement. Okay, and we're hanging in there. 10 more seconds, then we get to take a break. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, shake out those arms. Grab some water. And then we're gonna do it all again. All right, feel free to get a little stretch in there. We're using a lot of those tricep and bicep muscles, so just kind of swing and stretch. Remember, take a seat if you have to. All right. Oh, and I was gonna share with you a really great tool I have found. I have been having joint pain, basically just shoulders and hips mostly, but sometimes it's fingers, wrists, just all kinds of random joints cause pain. I believe it's just because of that whole life transition that I may or may not be going through right now. But this tool is called Arnica Boost. You can get it on Amazon. It's called Dr. Hoy's Arnica Boost. It's a lotion, and oh my gosh, does it help. We actually discovered it because Phil's physical therapist, after he had tendonitis in the elbow, he had tennis elbow, although somebody didn't tell his elbow that he didn't play tennis. Golfer's elbow, I guess, whatever it's called. Anywho, his physical therapist had used it on him. And then this last year, I had to go to physical therapy for my right shoulder, and same thing. They love this cream, and boy, oh boy, does it work. Flip those arms over, and let's do bicep curls. Remember to squeeze at the top. But I don't know what makes this stuff work. It is a great anti-inflammatory. I don't like to take pills. I have a reaction to NSAIDs, the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. I can't really take Advil or what's the little blue one? Aleve. I can't take Aleve. I get a rash and sometimes a fever. And so, yeah, that one's really not good for me. And so, I get hot. I get hot and a rash. So I've kind of stopped taking those. So I've had to find some alternative. And let me tell you, this cream is great. It works for inflammation, joint pain. All right, bent over flies. It works for joint pain, bruises, arthritis, a few other things as well. And it really is absolutely fantastic. I know inflammation was another one, but if you're having any type of regular pain like that, definitely look into Dr. Hoy's Arnica Boost Cream. And we'll put a link in the description below as well, because let me tell you, it will really, really help with that joint pain. My mom actually fell and twisted her ankle, and she was black and blue, could barely step on that foot. All right, stand up, lateral raise. My mic is weird. There we go. But anyway, after just a couple of days, her ankle was so much better. So she really swears by it now. And I know Phil and I swear by it as well. Even just regular muscle pain. If you worked out too hard one day and you are stiff and sore, try the Arnica Boost cream. We have some nurse practitioners that are good friends of ours. We have a really good friend that joins us on a lot of our volunteer projects who's a physical therapist, and they all swear by the Arnica Boost cream. Is my doggy over there? Coach Domino's trying to come out. So if you see his little nose pointed down there in the doorway, you'll know why. All right, and front circles, right? Last time. And then round 2 is done, and then we only have 1 round to go. Whoop, whoop. Cameraman says his arms are getting tired holding the camera. Maybe he needs to do my workout. All right, last one. You're over halfway there. Okay, breathe. I know you're probably starting to feel it now. I am too. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold those abs in. If you're feeling a little unstable in your feet, instability, just keep your legs a little bit further apart. Go about shoulder width apart. I am really feeling the burn now. Hang in there. The last 5 seconds. And then we'll see if we can get Coach Domino to come help us out. Domino, where are you, little buddy? You want to come and help? Where's my coach? Is he down there? Is he hiding? All right, grab your water. I don't know about you, but bless you. It always helps me to have my little dog Domino encouraging me along. Although sometimes when I'm on the floor doing an exercise, he wants to come out and get in my face and lick my nose, and I'm like, doggy, that's getting in my way. All right, last 15 seconds, shake it out. One more round to go. Front circles left, coming up in a second. All right, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, left circles. Again, if this third round is getting too hard for you, no worries, just put the cans down and just go in a slow, easy, controlled movement, but make sure you are squeezing your arms and your shoulders. Okay, I'm not just flinging my arms around. Okay, so make sure that you are squeezing and using a controlled movement, using your muscles to make the shoulders go in a circle. I'm gonna keep my cans. All right, I love that this workout does not require any equipment. It's one of the best things, and actually it's raining out here as I'm recording this. We're up in Iowa and it's raining, it is cold, it's been windy, flip over, for day after day after day. And yeah, we can still do our workout right here in the middle of my RV. It doesn't take up much space. Again, you've heard me say this on a couple other videos before. Make sure if you want to get this workout in, if you're running out of time, do it while you're watching TV in the morning or in the evening. Or if you feel like 1 round or 3 rounds of this isn't enough, do it again. You could repeat this workout while you're sitting down watching TV. Go watch the Today Show or Good Morning America. It's a good distraction to, just make the time pass. It's only 15 minutes and it goes by in a flash, but you're doing your body a really good service. All right, after this is flies. Are we ready? Bent over. Squeeze those shoulders. Think about having a pencil in between your shoulder blades, and you're squeezing that pencil together up at the top. Squeeze it at the top. And like I said, this is gonna work all those full body, back, upper body, even getting some chest in when you do it right, when you squeeze at the top and at the bottom. You're getting some chest in there as well. I know you're getting shoulders, biceps, triceps. This is a really great exercise. Also be sure to keep those knees a little bit bent and hold in those abs. If you hold in your abs regularly, I know I say this all the time. All right, lateral by shoulder raises, but hear me say this all the time, I know. If you hold your abs in all the time, no matter what you're doing, you will notice that you will have a much stronger core, which should alleviate some of the pain in the lower back if you have any. It's really great. It's, a lower back pain, a lot of times can be resolved with strong core or good, strong, tight abs. And if you're holding your abs in a lot of the time, you won't even need to do a crunch or a sit-up because your muscles are gonna be working just by standing up straight. All right, we're on the home stretch, 5 more seconds of the lateral shoulder raise, and then we have right circles to the front. Last time, hang in there. We get to stretch and breathe and drink water and have a good snack after this. So hang in there. Hold those abs in, don't get lazy, don't get sloppy. All right, keep those knees bent, legs about shoulder width apart. All right, just little circles. And if you need to take a break, catch a breath or two and then put them back up and go right back to it. This is the third round, so I know it's a little bit on the tough side. You're probably really feeling it. By the way, you don't need to give your cans a death grip. All right, you can keep them nice and loosely in your hands. This is more about the shoulders and the arms doing the movement more than your hands and the cans. Okay, last 3 seconds. Whew, we did it! All right, shake out those arms. Cross the left arm in front of the chest and give it a nice, good stretch. Feels great. All right, and release. Other side, right arm in front of the chest, stretch it across. Use that other hand to grip the arm and kind of pull it back towards your chest a little bit. Okay, clasp those hands, press forward to get a nice back stretch. Feels good. All right, clasp those hands, link the fingers, push the chest out. Oh, lean the head back. You always want to make sure your neck is protected, so you don't want to really lean all the way back. Just keep your head in a relaxed position. All right, my friends, that is it. Thanks again for joining me. Remember, go have a high protein snack, drink your water, and use that Arnica Boost cream if you have any. If not, Bengay or Icy Hot is another great tool as well. All right, remember, tiny efforts equals total health. Bye for now.